but it doesn't get detached from the pizza because it was absorbed from the pizza. Good morning guys and welcome back from Maestro Vito Jacopelli. Today this video is gonna be very interesting because today here, just right now in this video, you are watching something amazing. So first of all, thank you so much for being here and dedicating your time to watch my video. So thank you so much. So today here I'm basically, like you can see, I have 3 different flour. Why? Because here in this video today I'm going to show you what's the best flour to stretch the pizza. And of course I will explain to you why. And of course, please stay here and watch until the end because I'm going to show you which one I personally prefer. And basically, I'm not just gonna be talking, I'm just going to show you why is the best. And so let's get into this video. If you have any question, please wait until the end and comment below. Just a little comment and leave a nice thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. So let's get directly into this video. So here we have 3 totally different flour. We have a rice flour, the most common flour, 00 flour, and the semolina rimacinata. So why I have those 3? Just because those are the most common one, and then that's the most and people have so many questions about why I'm using semolina and why I cannot use 00 flour. And then we have basically rice flour. So this is the perfect video for you today to learn the differences and why. Welcome to the best pizza channel. So here you go. So we have semolina flour. The semolina flour, like you can see, is yellow and is basically a little bit thicker and a little bit more heavy than regular flour. And this one, basically, what happened, it gives a nice touch to the crust to be able to make a little bit more crunchy, but it's not because we're using semolina to make the pizza crunchy. The semolina will give a nice texture to the dough, and also is not, like you can see my hands, the semolina flour doesn't attach to the dough, so you're not gonna have the flour burn under the pizza if you don't put so that's why we're using semolina flour. So that's why for me is the best. So that's why I start right away with the semolina. So I'm gonna get into this later on with the semolina. Okay, now here we have some regular 00 flour. 00 flour, I mean, it's not bad, it's the most common one because you're using that to make the dough, so you're using 00 flour. But the flour, or regular flour, if it's not 00, you're using regular flour. The flour, the problem of the flour is that, like you can see, my hands is full of flour. And this one, even if you do this, see, I still have my hands white. That means also, when you're going to stretch, the flour will be more attached to the dough. So that means that when you're going to put it in the pizza oven, what happened is that the flour attached to the pizza dough will burn, and that will give the taste much more sour to the dough. So it's not really good, and also the flour burn under the pizza is not healthy at all. That's why if you can, go ahead and use semolina flour, the rimacinata, that means the fine, the really fine one, like this one. That's the reason why I always use the semolina, and that's why you're going to use the semolina after. So and most of you guys see my old videos that I mix it up, flour 00 or regular flour with semolina. Why? We mix these two flour when the semolina that you find is too thick, because it's very hard to find a semolina very fine like this. So if it's too thick, you go ahead and mix it up with regular flour, and you are going to have about this semolina rimacinata. But the best is the semolina rimacinata like this. I left the rice flour after because right now is the most common one, the most common used in Naples. Why? First of all, the rice flour attached less, like you can see, is most similar to the semolina flour. Second of all, the rice flour is the most heavy one. So when you're going to stretch or fly the pizza or whatever, the rice flour doesn't fly in the air. It's perfect for people that are making gluten-free pizzas inside the pizza place. This way you don't have cross-contamination of flour. This is the reason why people are using rice flour to stretch. Most, like 90%, is because they are making gluten-free pizzas in their store, so they're using rice flour to stretch the pizza because it's more heavy and then sits right away on the floor, and then also it gives a nice texture to the dough. But remember, we are not talking about brands here, so don't pay attention to the brands. This is just the flour that I find in the market today. We are talking about which one is the best to stretch. If you are making gluten-free pizzas in your pizza place or your home, you have somebody celiac in your house, go ahead and use the rice flour, is the best. For me, the best is the semolina rimacinata, the most fine semolina that you can find in the market, because this one is the most that does attach to the pizza. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to show you how to stretch the pizza, and then I'm going to show you how this flour does attach to the pizza himself and why is the best. So let's go ahead and let's get into the pizza making. So like usual, I'm going to use the same flour. Let's get semolina flour, let's put it on the dough. Let's place the pizza on top directly on the flour. This is of course the same semolina because the plate is more bigger, and let's go ahead, let's place the dough in the flour. Let's put it on the floor. And let's go ahead and let's stretch. So watch this now. When I'm going to stretch, look, the flour, see, it's all on the floor. Like you can see, on the floor is no flour. That means that all the semolina got detached from the pizza dough. So that's the reason why I use semolina. And also, the semolina that you're going to have around the crust will give a nice texture to the dough that I'm going to show you, because it doesn't burn like the flour, the regular flour. Regular flour is always not the best one. So if you are able, go ahead and use the semolina rimacinata. If it's not, you go ahead and find the regular semolina, and you're going to have a nice texture. So I'm just making the pizza right away, because this video is to show you the flour, not the pizza. Okay, the oven has been warming up already, so it's nice and hot. And now take a look. I'm not gonna put any flour on the dough, on the peel, because it's all nice and detached from the table. So let's go ahead. I want to show you something. Take a look. See? No flour on the peel. If I'm going to use the flour, take a look what happened. Let's say I have flour right here. Now we take it out. See? There's still a little bit of flour on the peel. That's the reason why no flour. Now let's go ahead and let's go see the rice flour. So take a look. Vieni vicino, eh? See flour? This is the rice flour. So now, see? No rice flour. That's why it's good. But the semolina, take a look at the semolina. If I go like this, no semolina. That's the best. So now, let's go ahead, let's put it in the oven, the pizza. I want to show you. Voila. Now let's cook it. And then you're going to see the texture that the semolina is giving. For this oven, link below. This is my favorite pizza oven for like an apartment or home. The pizza is nicely ready. With this sun, the pizza is touching the sun. It's ready, and then I'm gonna show you just gently, without touching it, that there's no flour under. Like you can see here, we don't have any flour. When it's yellow, it's that means that the flour is burned. So I want to show you just a little bit, like you can see the bottom, it's nice and white. When you're going to use the flour, what happened, it becomes yellow. That means that the flour, it got burned. But here we used the semolina, so it's no, don't pay attention to the pizza, because I'm just show you the difference. So here we go. I'm gonna take this this part right here, just to show you the why the semolina is the best, because that's very important and very technical. Not sure if you can see. Possono vedere? Vede bene? Like you can see here, you're going to see a little bit of semolina on the crust, but it doesn't get detached from the pizza because it was absorbed from the pizza. So that's why here we have a little bit more. This will give a nice crunch to the pizza, like you can see here. See? So this one, that's the reason why it's really good. Let me take this other piece right here. Here, maybe you can see better. There we go. See these little dots? That's because that's the semolina. But if it were to be flour, it would be yellow, like mush yellow. That gives the really bad flavor to the pizza. Semolina gives a nice crunchy texture. Wow, the sun is really touching the pizza. I know the light is not the best, so let me move. Vai indietro, vai, così facciamo vedere anche il setup. Go, 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 go. Ah, there we go.
Aspetta che non sia troppo scuro.
There we go, now you can see me better. So, that's the reason, that's the flour, that's the perfect flour to use to stretch the pizza. Like you understand from this video, the semolina rimacinata is the best, or the rice flour if you're using a gluten-free pizza, if you're making gluten-free pizza in your pizza place. Or if you're at home and you have somebody celiac, you have to use the rice flour. It gives about the same texture of the semolina. Open. Wow, so good. Hope this video was really helpful for you. And then just leave a like, subscribe, and please don't forget to share with friends. Thank you so much for all of your support. I'll see you in the next one from Maestro Capelli. Ciao!